Hi everyone, welcome to Business English Podcast. I'm Tom.
I'm Mary.
Have you ever wondered how to sound truly professional in your meetings?
What if you could master a few key phrases that instantly boost your credibility and clarity?
Today, we're exploring Speak Like a Professional, 5 essential phrases for successful meetings, a topic that can transform your approach to business conversations.
Well, in this episode, we'll introduce the phrases, discuss why they're important, and share practical tips to help you integrate them into your daily interactions.
We'll also break down the meaning of each phrase in our English lesson, making it easy for beginners and intermediate learners to follow along.
Whether you're new to business English or looking to polish your skills, this podcast is designed to empower you in every meeting you attend.
So get ready to learn, practice, and elevate your professional communication. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more valuable content. Today we are diving into 5 essential phrases that transform your meeting skills. These phrases are crucial for clarity and confidence in business discussions.
Well, I think the first phrase, "Could you please clarify," is a game changer. It shows you are engaged and value clear communication, which is vital for avoiding misunderstandings.
Exactly. Using "could you please clarify" signals that you respect the speaker and want to ensure everyone is on the same page. It's a simple, polite way to invite further explanation when details seem vague.
In fast-paced meetings, things can get confusing quickly. So by asking for clarification, you keep the conversation productive and prevent errors from miscommunication. It's like an essential tool.
Right, and let me see, another phrase that really helps is, let's circle back to that. This phrase is great when discussions drift away from important topics, and it refocuses the team on key issues.
Exactly. Let's circle back to that. Encourages revisiting critical points later in the meeting. It allows everyone to consider the topic thoroughly without derailing the flow of discussion.
Also, it demonstrates that you value every piece of information and want to address concerns properly. It's a clear sign of organized thinking in high-stakes meetings.
Moving on, a phrase that builds rapport is "I appreciate your input." It's a positive, encouraging remark that shows you are thankful for your colleagues' contributions, which can boost morale.
Yes, expressing appreciation is fundamental in creating a collaborative environment. It's like a subtle but powerful way to acknowledge effort and foster mutual respect.
Every team member feels valued when they hear that. It sets a tone of respect and openness, which is, really important in diverse business settings.
Now, another useful phrase is, "What are your thoughts?" This open invitation to share opinions not only encourages dialogue, but also promotes creative problem-solving in meetings.
Exactly. Asking "what are your thoughts" actively involves everyone in the conversation. It's a way to harness collective intelligence and make sure no good idea goes unheard.
It also helps break down barriers and makes the meeting more inclusive. It creates a safe space for sharing ideas, which is essential for innovative solutions.
All right, and finally, a decisive phrase is "let's move forward on this." It signals a shift from discussion to action, ensuring that meetings produce tangible outcomes.
I appreciate that phrase because it clearly indicates when it's time to conclude discussions and start implementing decisions. It's, a call to action that drives progress.
So overall, these 5 phrases, "Could you please clarify," "Let's circle back to that," "I appreciate your input," "What are your thoughts?" and "Let's move forward on this," equip you with tools for professional dialogue.
Indeed, these phrases not only structure the conversation, but also empower you to lead with confidence. They're part of a larger trend where clear communication is valued in global business practices.
Many successful companies emphasize the importance of such communication strategies. For instance, organizations like Google and Apple rely on clear meeting protocols to innovate and collaborate.
Absolutely. In today's competitive environment, businesses need to be agile and precise. Adopting these phrases helps streamline meetings and ensures that every voice is heard.
When everyone speaks clearly and respectfully, decisions are made faster and more effectively. It's like building a bridge between diverse perspectives.
Exactly. In recent years, there's been a noticeable shift towards encouraging transparency and accountability in meetings. These phrases are part of that shift.
Well, when we consider cultural differences, using clear phrases helps bridge language barriers too. Even for non-native speakers, these expressions are simple yet effective.
I appreciate that point because global teams often face communication challenges. A straightforward phrase can overcome many misunderstandings and align objectives quickly.
Another benefit is that these phrases are versatile. They work in virtual meetings as well as in-person discussions, which is essential given our current remote work trends.
Right, and they also help reduce the formality that sometimes stifles creativity in meetings. They're polite, yet relaxed, making it easier for team members to contribute freely.
Like, for example, during brainstorming sessions, a well-timed "what are your thoughts" can ignite a flood of innovative ideas. It's all about encouraging participation.
Well, in many cases, these phrases also serve as soft reminders to keep the meeting on track. They help structure the dialogue without sounding too rigid.
Actually, when you look at best practices from top business schools, clarity and structure in communication are repeatedly highlighted. These phrases embody that principle.
So, in summary, integrating these expressions into your meeting vocabulary can elevate your professionalism and improve team collaboration significantly.
I think it's important to practice these phrases in daily conversations, not just formal meetings. They can build your confidence and make you a more effective communicator.
Exactly. And as you get comfortable with these phrases, you'll notice a positive change in how meetings are conducted, leading to more efficient decision-making.
Well, let me see. We have discussed each phrase in detail, including why they are useful and how they contribute to a better meeting dynamic.
This discussion shows that even simple phrases carry weight in professional settings. They transform ordinary meetings into strategic dialogues.
I appreciate that our listeners can now understand the rationale behind these phrases and feel motivated to use them in their next meeting.
Indeed, clear communication is a cornerstone of success in any business environment. Using these phrases can set you apart as a confident and effective professional.
It's all about practice and consistency. The more you use these phrases, the more natural they become in your everyday business interactions.
So, if you're aiming for clarity, collaboration, and progress, remember these 5 phrases and incorporate them into your meeting routine.
Absolutely. They're simple, effective, and aligned with modern business communication trends. Embracing them can truly elevate your professional presence.
In today's fast-paced business world, every word counts. These phrases are like building blocks for structured and engaging meetings, which is, crucial for success.
I appreciate the insights shared today on these key phrases. They are practical tools that you can start using immediately in your next meeting.
Exactly. And this conversation has shown that effective communication is not about complexity, but about clarity and respect in every exchange.
I believe these phrases will truly empower you in professional settings, making your meetings more productive and your voice more influential.
Additionally, try to integrate these phrases in informal settings, like team catch-ups or project updates. They help keep your language professional regardless of the meeting type.
Even in one-on-one discussions, a well-placed phrase can set the tone for a productive conversation and build stronger professional relationships.
Exactly. By applying these strategies consistently, you develop a natural rhythm in your speech that exudes confidence and competence.
Like when you practice regularly, you begin to internalize these expressions, making it easier to recall them during high-pressure situations.
Well, another key tip is to be patient with yourself. Mastering professional language takes time, so embrace the learning process and celebrate small wins.
I appreciate that perspective because every step forward in your language journey builds a foundation for more effective communication in the future.
You see, integrating these tips can transform not just your meetings, but your overall professional demeanor, making you more persuasive and engaging.
Absolutely. Keep pushing forward, and your professional communication will flourish.
All right. Here are some practical tips for using these phrases effectively in your meetings. It's all about practice and timing.
Well, first, practice by incorporating one phrase per meeting. Start small so you can build confidence gradually.
Consistency is key. For instance, try using "could you please clarify" when you sense ambiguity, even in casual discussions.
Exactly. By doing so, you not only seek clarity, but also set a professional tone that encourages others to ask questions too.
Another tip is to rehearse these phrases before meetings. A quick mental run-through can help you remember the right moment to use them.
Like, you could practice in front of a mirror or with a friend. It's, a simple exercise that makes your delivery more natural.
I appreciate that approach because it turns these phrases into a habit. Repetition is crucial for fluency, especially for non-native speakers.
Absolutely, and don't be afraid of making mistakes. Every error is, like, a learning opportunity to improve your professional language skills.
You see, in real business meetings, the context can be unpredictable. So, be flexible in how you apply these phrases.
Sometimes a meeting might become heated, and a calm, clear phrase can de-escalate tensions and refocus the discussion.
Exactly. For example, using "let's circle back to that" can help smooth over a digression, allowing the team to revisit key points later.
Well, in remote meetings, these phrases are even more important. The lack of physical cues means you must be extra clear in your communication.
Right. So, for video conferences, practice speaking slowly and using fillers naturally, like or well, to sound authentic yet professional.
Clarity is vital online. When you use phrases like, "I appreciate your input," it signals attentiveness even through a screen.
Another tip is to prepare brief notes that include these phrases. That way you can glance at them if you feel unsure during a meeting.
Exactly. Having a cheat sheet can ease nerves and help you integrate the phrases smoothly without interrupting your flow.
Also, consider practicing role-playing scenarios with colleagues. This interactive exercise can simulate real meeting conditions.
Like, you might set up mock meetings where one person presents and others practice using phrases at appropriate moments. It builds both confidence and competence.
I appreciate that idea because role-playing is a proven technique for language learning and professional development.
Absolutely, and it also creates a safe space for experimenting with tone and timing, which are key elements in effective communication.
Well, another practical tip is to listen carefully during meetings. When someone else uses these phrases, note their context and delivery.
You can learn a lot by observing how others manage their dialogue. It's like a real-time lesson in professional communication.
Exactly. And sometimes you can even ask for feedback from trusted colleagues on your usage of these phrases.
Right, constructive feedback is invaluable. It helps you refine your approach and adjust your language to suit different audiences.
Another tip is to record your meetings when possible. Listening back can reveal areas where you might improve your phrasing and tone.
Recordings provide an objective perspective. You might notice, for example, if you overuse certain fillers or hesitate unnecessarily.
Indeed, and with that insight, you can work on reducing fillers over time while still keeping your speech natural and engaging.
Well, another useful strategy is to study meeting transcripts from successful companies. They often use these phrases effectively.
I appreciate that tip, because real-life examples can show you how these phrases are woven into professional dialogue seamlessly.
Exactly. By reviewing these transcripts, you see how leaders pivot conversations and ensure every point is addressed constructively.
Also, try to vary your tone when using these phrases. For instance, a friendly, "What are your thoughts?" can encourage more open responses.
Like, varying your tone prevents your language from sounding robotic. It's important to sound genuine and adaptable in every interaction.
Effective communication is about balancing clarity with empathy. Using these phrases appropriately can bridge that gap.
Absolutely, and remember, practice makes perfect. The more you use these expressions, the more instinctive they become in your meetings.
You see, by integrating these practical tips into your routine, you enhance your professional image and contribute to smoother, more productive meetings.
Exactly, and as you grow more confident, you'll find that these strategies not only improve your language skills, but also your overall leadership presence.
Additionally, try to integrate these phrases in informal settings, like team catch-ups or project updates. They help keep your language professional regardless of the meeting type.
Even in one-on-one discussions, a well-placed phrase can set the tone for a productive conversation and build stronger professional relationships.
Exactly. By applying these strategies consistently, you develop a natural rhythm in your speech that exudes confidence and competence.
Like, when you practice regularly, you begin to internalize these expressions, making it easier to recall them during high-pressure situations.
Well, another key tip is to be patient with yourself. Mastering professional language takes time, so embrace the learning process and celebrate small wins.
I appreciate that perspective because every step forward in your language journey builds a foundation for more effective communication in the future.
You see, integrating these tips can transform not just your meetings, but your overall professional demeanor, making you more persuasive and engaging.
Absolutely, keep pushing forward, and your professional communication will flourish.
Finally, remember to reflect on your progress after each meeting. A quick review can highlight improvements and areas for further growth.
Absolutely, keep pushing forward, and your professional communication will flourish.
In this lesson, we're reviewing 5 key phrases from our discussion to help you improve your business English vocabulary.
Let's start with the word clarify. It means to make something clear or easier to understand.
Right, when you say, "Could you please clarify?" you are politely asking for more details. It's a way to ensure everyone understands the conversation.
For example, if a colleague explains a complex idea, you might ask, "Could you please clarify that point?" to avoid any confusion.
Exactly, and using clarify correctly can help you feel more confident in meetings. It's like a fundamental tool for effective communication.
Now let's discuss circle back. This idiom means to return to a topic later, especially after discussing other issues.
Yes, if a discussion drifts, saying, "Let's circle back to that," signals that the point is important and will be revisited.
For instance, in a meeting, if a key idea is postponed, you can remind the team by saying, "Let's circle back to that issue," ensuring nothing is missed.
That's right, and it also shows you're organized and mindful of the meeting's objectives, which is valuable in any business setting.
Next we have appreciate. It means to recognize the value of something or someone. When you say, "I appreciate your input," you're expressing gratitude.
Absolutely, and appreciation is important in business because it builds trust and fosters a positive environment. It makes colleagues feel valued.
For example, after a meeting, you might say, "I appreciate your ideas today," which can encourage more open communication in the future.
Moving on, let's talk about thoughts. In our context, it means opinions or ideas. When you ask, "What are your thoughts?" you invite input.
Right, asking for thoughts shows that you value others' perspectives and are open to diverse opinions. It's a great way to promote discussion.
For example, during a brainstorming session, asking, "What are your thoughts on this proposal?" helps gather various insights from the team.
Exactly, and it makes the conversation more inclusive. It's a simple word that carries a lot of weight in professional dialogue.
Finally, we have move forward. This phrase means to progress or continue with a plan. When you say, "Let's move forward on this," you're suggesting action.
Yes, it's used to transition from discussion to implementation. It shows readiness to take the next step and make decisions.
For instance, after reviewing options, saying, "Let's move forward on this strategy," clearly communicates that it's time to act.
Using move forward in meetings helps keep momentum and ensures that conversations lead to practical outcomes.
To review, we covered clarify, circle back, appreciate, thoughts, and move forward. These words and phrases are essential in business English.
Practicing these expressions will help you participate more confidently in meetings and understand professional dialogue better.
Let's break down each one further. With clarify, you can use it in sentences like, "Could you please clarify your point?" to seek further explanation.
For circle back, you might say, "I'd like to circle back to the budget discussion later," which indicates the topic isn't forgotten.
With appreciate, it's common to express gratitude, such as, "I really appreciate your hard work on this project," to recognize effort.
And when using thoughts, you can ask, "Do you have any thoughts on this approach?" to invite opinions and ideas.
Finally, for move forward, you can say, "Let's move forward with the new plan," which clearly signals a decision to proceed.
These phrases not only enhance your vocabulary, but also improve the clarity and effectiveness of your communication in business.
Remember, using them correctly in context is key. It's important to practice in everyday scenarios so they become part of your natural language.
Don't worry if it feels awkward at first. With repetition and practice, these expressions will become second nature.
Also, pay attention to how native speakers use them in meetings or online videos. Observing real-life examples can help reinforce your learning.
Exactly, and try writing down a few sentences using each phrase. This exercise can boost your confidence and help you remember them better.
To sum up our English lesson, understanding these key phrases, clarify, circle back, appreciate, thoughts, and move forward is crucial for effective business communication.
Absolutely, and with regular practice, your professional vocabulary will expand, making you a more confident and capable communicator.
Remember, every time you use these expressions, you're not just speaking, you're building bridges in your professional interactions.
I hope this lesson helps you feel more prepared for your next meeting and encourages you to practice these phrases until they become a natural part of your dialogue.
As we wrap up today's episode, let's review our key points from our discussion on professional meeting phrases.
We explored 5 essential phrases that can transform your meetings, making them clearer, more engaging, and action-oriented.
We also shared practical tips on how to integrate these phrases into your daily interactions, from role-playing to reviewing recordings.
In our English lesson, we broke down the meaning and usage of clarify, circle back, appreciate, thoughts, and move forward.
Each section was designed to help you feel more confident and effective in professional communication, whether in person or online.
We hope our discussion has provided valuable insights and practical tools that you can start using right away.
Remember, every meeting is an opportunity to improve your business English and professional presence, so keep practicing these phrases.
By applying the tips shared today, you'll not only enhance your language skills, but also contribute to a more productive work environment.
Our aim is for you to feel empowered and ready to navigate any business conversation with clarity and confidence.
We truly believe that effective communication is the key to success, and these strategies can make a real difference.
Thank you for joining us on Business English Podcast. We hope you found today's episode useful and inspiring.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more tips on mastering business English.
Reflecting on today's content, we learned that effective communication requires both the right vocabulary and the practical application of these expressions.
We discussed how simple phrases can make complex discussions more manageable and ensure that every team member feels heard and valued.
The practical tips we shared, like role-playing and recording your meetings, are techniques you can implement immediately to improve your business communication skills.
These strategies are designed to be flexible, so whether you're in a small team meeting or a large virtual conference, they can be adapted to suit your needs.
It's all about building confidence over time, and with regular practice, you'll notice a marked improvement in how you express your ideas.
Remember, progress in language learning is a journey. Every meeting is a step forward in mastering professional English.
We encourage you to review this episode, try out the phrases, and use the practical tips in your next meeting to see real results.
Your feedback is important, so please share your experiences and let us know how these strategies work for you in your professional interactions.
We are dedicated to helping you succeed in your business endeavors, and effective communication is a critical part of that success.
Thank you once again for listening, and we look forward to sharing more insights and lessons in our upcoming episodes.